In this video, I'm going to show you how to quickly fix your posture by releasing this tight muscle. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. When it comes to having bad posture, a main cause is due to a condition called upper cross syndrome, which is a blend of weakness and tightness in the muscles in the neck, upper back, and across the chest, especially with tightness in the upper trapezius and chest muscles. To fix this, I'm going to go over really easy exercises that are going to specifically target these muscles, help lengthen and strengthen them for both quick and long-lasting improvement for your posture. Each exercise works just a little bit differently. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the best results. With that being said, let's get started. This exercise is called Seated Angels, and it's perfect to do after being hunched forward all day long at a desk, driving, or using a cell phone. So what we're going to do is start seated with very good upright posture. Just have your back as straight as possible. Straighten your arms, put your hands together, and then what you're going to do is slowly bring your arms and hands backward as much as you can until you feel a deep stretch form in the chest. You're going to hold that comfortably for about 3 to 5 seconds, release it, and then repeat this over and over again for about 10 to 15 repetitions. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. This is really going to help stretch those tight chest muscles that could be drawing us forward. So let's take this one to the next level and focus on a couple more tight muscles, including the upper trapezius and the levator scapula. So let's get back into our original stretch. Once we feel it in the chest, we're going to hold this, but now bend our elbows at 90 degrees, kind of like making a field goal. With this one, you really want to try to wing your elbows backward as much as you can, kind of like pinching your shoulder blades in the back to deepen that chest stretch. Once we feel that, we're now going to reach for the sky. So just lift your arms and hands upward towards the ceiling. Once you can't go any further and your hands are straight up towards the ceiling, you just want to shrug your shoulders up a little bit more to activate the upper trapezius and levator scapula. Hold this for a couple seconds and then bring your elbows down towards your side to get a little bit different of a stretch. Release it and then repeat this whole cycle for about 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So the last movement is going to focus more on building more mobility into the spine by doing a twisting or rotational movement. So for this one, we're going to start seated with very good upright posture. Let's put our arms and hands together, kind of like in a genie position. And what you want to do is just slowly turn or rotate through your back as much as you can until you feel a deep stretch forming on the other side. So if you're turning towards your left side, you should be feeling it on your right side. We're going to hold this position and now really take this one to the next level by now leaning or tilting through our back, lowering our elbows down towards the side. At this point, you should feel a deep stretch forming from your upper back, pretty much from the shoulder, upper back into the shoulder blade, working across the ribs into the lower back. Hold this one comfortably for about 3 to 5 seconds, release it, and then just keep repeating that over and over again for about 5 repetitions. And then from there, you're just going to switch towards the other side and repeat to help keep everything in balance. But this is a wonderful exercise that you can use throughout the day. So this is the doorway stretch, and it's one that I personally use throughout the day anytime that I start to feel tightness building in my chest or my upper back. We're going to start standing right in front of a doorway, and we're going to straighten our arms and put our hands upward like this, so our arms look like they're in a Y position. From here, we're going to lean our body weight forward until we feel a deep stretch forming in our chest, but you should also feel it in the upper back and around the shoulder blades. Hold this comfortably for about 20 to 30 seconds and then release it. Let's take this one to the next level by going over some different movements that are going to target the muscles a little bit differently. So I'm just going to slide my hands down until my elbows are bent roughly at 90 degrees. Our arms should look like they're in a U or a field goal position at this point. And now we're just going to lean forward. This time around, I really feel it more across my chest muscles instead of my upper back. Again, hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds and then release it. The last position is sliding our hands down even further so our arms look like they're in a W position, and we're going to repeat. This time around though, I feel it a lot more across my upper back and around the shoulder blades. But go through all 3 of these positions 3 times, and with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. If you do find that one position though is just the most tight and achy, especially off to one side, at that point you can take this one to the next level by really deepening this stretch. So let's say say for me that it's in the field goal position off to my right side. What I'm going to do is just take that side's arm only, support it against the door frame, and now I'm going to get into a lunge position with the painful side or the tight side, that leg forward. So if I have my right hand and arm up on that door frame, my right leg goes forward. Now I'm just going to lunge my body weight forward until I feel a deep, intense stretch over that tight muscle. We're going to hold this and now slowly turn towards the other side, moving through our back. So if it's on my right side, I'm going to lunge forward like this and now turn towards my left. Do this slowly because it will really intensify that stretch. Once I feel that, again, I hold this for 20 seconds, release it, and then keep building into this over and over again for about 3 repetitions until everything is nice and loose or I'm not getting any more improvement. And you can do this process through all of these positions. But go through all of the positions, find the ones that feel the most tight, and keep attacking that tightness over and over again until everything is nice and loose. With this exercise, we're going to switch gears and now focus on strengthening weak muscles that can lead to bad posture. This one can be done daily right at the edge of your bed. What you're going to do is start lying on your stomach, and you want to scoot forward until your shoulders and head are off the edge. We're going to take 2 fingers, put them on our chin, and tuck our chin towards our chest as much as we can. At this point, you should feel a deep activation of the muscles in the neck. You're going to hold this position during the exercise. The next thing that we're going to do is take our arms, have them straight, and have our hands right off towards our side, palms facing towards the ceiling. What we want to do from here is now lift the back of our head and chest and shoulders upward like this towards the ceiling until you feel a deep activation of the muscles pretty much throughout the whole back. But this is how we're really going to take this one to the next level. We're going to hold this and now press our palms upward towards the ceiling as much as we can. It's going to fire pretty much everything in the neck, shoulders, chest, all the way down towards your lower back. Hold this for about 5 seconds and then release it. On the next repetition, try to build into it a little bit more and repeat this 5 times. If you would like to target some more muscles, what you can do is some different movements with your arms. So this time around, put them right off to your side and do a hitchhiker sign with your thumbs up towards the ceiling. And then just repeat this. With this one though, really try to focus on pinching your shoulder blades as much as you can. 5-second hold, and then repeat this 5 times. Another movement that you can do is putting your arms out in front of you, kind of like a Y position. We're going to do that hitchhiker sign, but with this one, really press your fist away from you to shrug your shoulders and then lift up. It's going to target the trapezius muscles on the shoulders and upper back a little bit more. But go through all 3 of these movements. You're probably going to find that one just feels the most weak, tight, or achy. At that point, treat it like your weak link and keep throwing repetitions in until it feels like you got a really good workout. So one of the absolute easiest and best ways to improve your posture is by using a foam roller. I'm going to be using a 24-inch high-density foam roller. If you would like to get one online, I will leave a link in this video's comment section and description. You can also find these locally at any sporting goods department. So what we're going to do is start on a floor and position the foam roller pretty much right below our shoulder blades. We're going to stay off our lower back with this one because it can cause irritation. Focus on pretty much the middle to upper back. You're just going to take your hands, put them on the back of your head just like this for support. Let's slowly lift our butt up like this, placing all of our upper body weight right on that foam roller. And then you're just going to use your leg strength to roll up and down. A lot of people like using foam rollers because as you do this, you might get a satisfying self-pop, crack, or release. It usually feels really good. But what we're focusing on doing is building mobility into the spine, but also massaging those tight upper back muscles. So I like to go over this whole area roughly about 5 to 10 times. But when you do this though, you're probably going to find that one certain spot just feels like it's the pinpoint spot of tightness or achiness, like right here for me. At that point, I want to stop over that spot and then just tilt my head downward like this, allowing gravity to take my shoulders and head downward. It will deepen that stretch, and try to hold this for about 30 seconds seconds, come back up, and then throw in a couple more repetitions. And then from there, any spot that feels like it needs more tension, just keep repeating this over and over again. Another trick with a foam roller too to target some more muscles is not to just roll straight up and down like this, but also to tilt your body a little bit towards one side to focus a little bit more across the shoulder blades. But you can also hit a muscle called the latissimus dorsi, the lats muscle, that also is a big instigator of bad posture. So just tilt towards your right side, and you can also do this on the left, and again target any spot that needs a little bit more attention. But if you really want to take this one to the next level, let's start to throw in some more movements that's going to engage a lot of muscles, including a tight chest. So I like to pretty much stop right over that pinpoint spot that we were having a lot of pain, or I shouldn't say pain, more tightness. We're going to, at this point, lean into it like this and then put our arms off to our side. You kind of want to press the back of your hands downward until you feel a really good stretch forming in your chest. You're going to hold this and now mimic doing a snow angel on the ground. So you're just going to go up like this and then just bring your hands back down. I like to do this for about 10 to 15 times. But if it feels like it's helping out, you're more than welcome to throw some more repetitions in. You can also do what is called a swimmer. So instead of just going off to your side like this, start to do like swimming motions, like circles with your hands and arms. So I like to just go in one direction like this for about 10 times and then switch it up in the opposite direction, because you're just going to notice it targets a couple more muscles. But go through all of these movements, attack any tightness that you feel, and I hope that this really helps improve your posture. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.